Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and an absolutely intriguing looking puzzle today. We'll get to that in a minute. Don't forget, you can find all our apps on the links under the video, and you can also find Sven's SUDOKU pad there. You can find your way to the Discord server where 15,000 people or more are chatting their way through every aspect of Sudoku and general friendliness overall. And there's Patreon as well, where we have things like Jubilee Sudoku and monthly rewards up until the 20th of every month. Lots of extra content every now and then. We're posting something on Patreon, so it's well worth $2 or $3 a month, and that helps support us, which we are very grateful for. Now, let's have a look at this puzzle because it's fascinating. I don't often get to do these chaos construction ones on the channel, but today it's my turn with Wrench Heads by Agent. Now that is not a name I know. Apologies if that's my memory failing, but I'm unaware of any previous puzzle by Agent on the channel, so I think it's a debut. Wrench Heads, I think the title is probably coming from the look of these lines as they cross each other in the grids. I mean, we'd probably call a wrench a spanner in the UK, but you kind of see something going on here. Maybe a monkey wrench, actually. We do have those. And they do look a bit like that, two wrenches pointing at each other. But anyway, the rules are these. Each row, column, and region must contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. Each region is a set of 9 orthogonally connected cells. So it could be something like this. That's what an orthogonally connected set of 9 cells might look like. Not specifically like that, because this one wouldn't be orthogonally connected, only diagonally. And each region's position must be determined by the solver. Digits along an arrow sum up to the digit in that arrow's circle. So those two add up to that one. Digits may repeat along an arrow if allowed by other rules. I think this arrow will be very grateful for that information. Digits on an arrow, excluding its circle. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Digits on an arrow, excluding its circle, have an equal sum n within each region it visits. It's possible that some arrows visit only one region. Okay, so I suppose this could have a 3 there, a 1 and a 2 there in a different region, and a 6 there. So they're normal arrows in the sense that they sum up to the number in the circle, but they have this equal sum line thing going on as well, where within each region they visit. Let me just try and make that a little clearer. There's only the really one. Okay, I'm going to do it up here. So if that was in a yellow region and these were in a purple region, I suppose this could also be in, purple's a terrible colour for seeing an arrow underneath it, orange say. That could also be orange. Well, then I shouldn't make that yellow. Anyway, this region has to equal the total, sorry, this digit, because it's in the green region, has to equal the total of those digits in the orange region, and the total of both goes in that cell. So there we go. I mean, we know that regions can't have repeat digits in, and this must help solving it, I presume. At any intersection between arrows, that's like here, both arrows continue straight and they cannot overlap. Yes, so we're not turning an arrow down that way. Actually, that's this arrow. I suppose they do overlap to this point, but it's not an intersection, it's a fork, if you like. So there's one arrow going that way and one going that way. Wow, okay, those are the rules. Do give it a try if you fancy it on the link under the video, the first link. I am going to try now. You will be able to judge from the video length, which I expect to be long for me, how hard it is. But I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So, actually, I'm just going to restart the clock because I've had this up for a while and I want to know what my time is at the end. I'm egotistical that way. So it's all about this baby, isn't it? This crazy arrow. I mean, my immediate thought is that has 1 all the way down. I think the way this rule set works, Yes, that is actually true. It does. It can't have a larger number than, like, there are 7 cells on this, and obviously 9 is the maximum in the circle. So every cell has a value. So the maximum value you could put on this arrow is a 3 if you didn't have this rule, these rules about the equal sum lines. But if you had a 3 on, you must have a 1 somewhere to get the arrow working. And then the 1 would have to make an equal sum. Well, I mean, I suppose it could with a 2, but actually now you've already blown the total. The 1 would have to make an equal sum with another 1, but that would be 2 1s in a region. That just doesn't work. The only way you can get these to be different, the only way you can fill these cells, that's what I should say, is with 1s, which is an incredibly big start in the grid. And they're all in different regions because of this, well, because of all the rules, because of the equal sum rule, because of the regions don't contain repeat digits rule. And we know this adds up to 7. Oh, and we can now put in the other 2 1s. The only 2 1s left are in columns 1 and 2 and rows 1 and 2. And therefore they're confined to this 2 by 2 box, and we need 2 of them, so they must be in those cells. So that's all the 1s. And this is weird, we now have a start on every region. So I tell you what, I'm going to use 8 of my colours because I don't really like putting black in the grid. It is so obscuring, it's not wonderful. That is my view. Going to stick to it. So I'm going to use 2 greens. And these are our 9 regions. This is weird. These are our 9 regions. The 2 green ones are different regions. I mean, you can see those can't reach each other. And all the cells in the grid are in one of these regions. That's so strange. Okay, now what else can we do though? Ah, well, look, we've got these sorts of arrows here. Well, that's got to be 2, 3, and 4 adding up to 9. No, it absolutely doesn't have to be 2, 3, and 4 adding up to 9 because they don't have to be different. They have to obey this equal sum lines rule though if they're in different regions. Does that mean they're all in the same region? Are these all orange because of this? No, Oh, I'm getting, it's so confusing. I think maybe they are all in the same region. Because otherwise... Oh, I'm trying to work this out. If you had 2 different regions on... Okay, first of all, they couldn't be the same digit 3 times and therefore 3 different equal sum regions because 2 of them are in the same row. So those 2 have to be different. Now, how could we get 2 different regions involved in these 3 cells? How could we do that? I don't... Oh, I've thought of a way. 4, 2, 2 making 8. No. Yes, that could work. I just want to sketch out a way it might work. If you had 4 here... Oops. Sorry, I wasn't trying to do colours. If you had 4 there in one colour... No, the 2s would have to be in the same colour, and that's impossible. Yes, the reason that can't work is because if you had a 4 on this line, that would be the equal sum of the other 2 digits there. But they would have to be in the same region, and that can't work. So I think these have to be in the same region as each other. But it might not be orange, it might be blue or purple or something. But I think this conclusion is fine, that these have to be in the same region because there is no way of painting a region, of numbering this arrow, which allows it to be in 2 regions. Let me just see if I can find a counterexample. Because you'd have to have different digits in each case, and the lowest that could be is 2, 3. equals 5, and then you'd be putting 10 in the circle, and that doesn't work. So I think this is right, and it's not just for this arrow. I think that arrow is 2, 3, 4, and they're all the same. Oh, bother. How do we... I would normally use colours to show that they were in the same region. And I think it's orange, but I don't know that. So maybe I'll use the letter tool and label them with an A. So the way you do that, you click on this enable letter tool on from the cogwheel, and then there's down at the bottom of the keypad there's a 9A button, and you can switch that over to letters, and then I could label not like that. I could put them in the corner and label them as A. So A is one region, and this is a 9. I mean, that's the more straightforward thing. And I think I was going to say this arrow must work the same. I don't see how the story can be any different here. It's exactly the same principle. 2, 3, 4, adding up to 9. No, I can't type. Adding up to 9, and these I'm going to call B. Now this is probably well, there's no 1s possible on it. Yeah, no, it's the same. There's no way you can put 2 equals 4 or 2, 3 equals 5. There are no 1s on it. This is the absolutely key point. This is still doing my head in. I wouldn't be shocked to find there is a counterexample, and it will probably come into play if there is, but you can't have the same digit in the same region. And if it's 2 different digits adding to a third different digit, yes, this isn't again, the shape of this arrow matters because those two are in the same region. If these were all in different regions, they could all be different digits. They could all be 2s or 3s, but not here. And because those two can't be the same, then you can't have 2 the same because it breaks the equal something. It definitely works. That's 2, 3, 4 and another 9. I mean, this is weird. Now, what is going on with this arrow? Or should I be trying to prove the colours? See, these, oh yes, let's label them. These are all C. And this cell must be C because it would be shut in if it was a different region. Now, I don't know that the 9 is in C. It could be, or it might not be. I'm just checking the rules. Yeah, I don't see why it couldn't be the same region. Probably is. So we've got 3 different regions going on here. And then we've got this. I don't know. No, this is more interesting maybe. Right. Now, either these are all in the same region, so it could be 1, 2, 3 equals 6. Or there's different regions, and 1 and something else equals something else on the arrow, and then 2 lots of that last something else goes in the circle. Oh gosh, I don't know. Oh look, we've got a 2, 3, 4 triple. Ah, so this digit can't be 2, 3 or 4. That's 5, 6 or 7. And I'm not putting 8 because this can't be 9, and that's the sum of those 2 digits. And they must be in the same region now, these two, because they can't equal each other, obviously. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I'm being very slow to grasp what's going on here, but I am honestly trying my best. It's a really strange looking puzzle. I haven't even thought about this arrow, and I might avoid doing that for a bit. This arrow's interesting, isn't it? Oh, yes. Yes. I don't know. Can these all be in the same region? No, they can't. Well, actually, let's just stick with these 3. they can't be in the same region as each other. And the reason I come to that conclusion, just look what would happen if they were. If they were in the same region as each other, then they can't be region A, because you can't use 2, 3 and 4. They'd have to be at least 5 and 6. So A would be a different colour from this orange region. Oh, maybe A could be blue. Oh, I was setting out to prove these, well, that this was in a different region actually. Oh, good grief. I can't see it now, actually. Maybe it's not. If they were orange, yeah, they could be. And this could be, probably would be blue as well in that case. And I think, okay, I think that works. So that's not the way. Okay, I'm going to look at this arrow now. What the heck is going on here? Oh, this means that these two add up to the same as these two. Oh, that means that this digit is the same as this digit, and that therefore they're in different regions because they can't be in the same one if they're the same digit. But how can that work? Hang on, let me, oh, this is crazy talk. Okay, this is, now I'm using D for a different purpose. Let's put it in the center, just to show that it's different. D is the same digit here, and they're in different regions. What's this? It can't be in a region with one of them only, or it would break. Would it break the equal sum lines? Oh, this is going to have to be D as well. That's the only way this can work. This is absolutely mental. What is going on here? Or is it me? If this wasn't D, if this was E, then the equal sum lines rule, these are in different regions. Neither can be in the same region as this if it's different. If this is E, in one case it would have to be in a different region to D, but E therefore can't be E, it must be D. These have to be the same digit in 3 different regions now. And they could be 2 or 3 or 4 actually. Okay, let's take out D, put in 2, 3 and 4. And then this is going to be the sum of 2 of them. Like each arrow takes in 2 of those. So that's 4, 6 or 8. This is such a strange puzzle. I keep saying that, I know. But it's interesting. And look, we're getting, are we getting any more triples? Not quite. We're getting close to them. How am I going to make these 3 different colours? Oh, here's an idea. Okay, first off, these are 3 different colours, and that's weird. Never mind, I don't know what to do about that. I've suddenly thought, where is this region going to get a 1? That's already used up 4 cells in C. 5, 6, 7. It can't quite stretch from there to pick up any of the ones on the negative diagonal. 9 cells only gets it to these cells. Not that one actually, but any of these could be reached in 5. It's got to be this one is in this region. That is ridiculous. Now I know the whole shape of the region. It's just done like that. Ah, and now this digit, I was going to call it C. It's not C. C is the region. And in fact, I don't need C anymore, and I'm going to get rid of it now. But this digit in the top row can't also be in light grey, so it's there. And in fact, this cell comes out here, so it's green. Now, can I do this again? This 9 needs to be in a region. It can reach quite a lot of them. I mean, I have a feeling it probably comes down here, but it's just a gut feel, which is not a good way to solve this puzzle. Wow, what the heck next, though? Got a grey region. That's such a surprise. Now, okay, here's something to think about. This has to be it has a 1 in its region. And it only comes through one of these cells, obviously, because they're all in different regions. What regions are they in? I don't even understand how to find out. I'm going to go back to this orangey thing. Oh no, maybe I can prove that red... Oh! B can't be red. Here's a reason B can't be red. Because if they were red, one of these is going to have to be red to make the equal sum line work on this arrow. One obviously can't be matched by the other two cells. So 1 plus another cell, but that other cell would have to be 5. And then the equal sum line would be 1 plus 5 plus 6 at a minimum, and you'd have to put 12 in there, and that's nonsense. So they're not red. They're surrounding this 1, but they're not red. They're a different colour. They're probably yellow. I don't know. They might be something else, but they're not red. So red has to come out here. One of these is going to have to be red for the reason I just said. They can't all be different regions. So one of those is red, which is not a surprise now that we know they're red. They're not. Red is going to have to come up the right wing somewhere. Oh, does this apply here as well? Yes. If they were orange, you've got the same problem on this arrow. You'd need 1 and another orange, which would have to be at least 5, because they'd all be orange, and they'd be the 2, 3, and 4 in orange. And you'd get 1 and 5 and 6 at a minimum, making 12 there, which is too high. So these are not orange. They have to surely be blue or purple. No, they... Oh, do they? I'm not certain. But they're not orange, so orange comes out here. I mean, I don't want to do this one cell at a time. I want to find some holistic thing about the regions. Oh, I see. The point is, whatever 1 goes with, we can't exceed this total. So 1 plus 2 or 3, none of these cells can be a 1. So 1 plus 2 or 3 here with, well, I don't know which of the cells is orange, actually. I don't think the rules preclude that being another orange cell, and that being the equal sum of those two. But anyway, whichever one is orange, and it might be both of them. I was just wondering if it is both of them. This is definitely blue. But whichever one of these is orange is 2 or 3. It can't be any higher, because if you have a 3 as the other lower digit on the line, you've got 1, 3, 4 equals 8 there. And if you've got a 2, you've got 1, 2, 3 equals 6. So that is 6 or 8. These other digits are from 2, 3, and 4 as well. The same's true down here, 6 or 8 in the circle, 2, 3, or 4 here. And now we've just got tons of 2, 3, 4 all over the place. A triple there. Oh, this is such a puzzle. What's going on? What is going on? I mean, I am making deductions, but my goodness, they're hard won. 20 minutes in, and I don't really have a clue how this puzzle works. Now, one of these is red and the other is not. One of these is... Oh, no, maybe they are both red. Oh, and I haven't allowed for that in the circles. They could both be red. Oh, and then they don't have to be 2, 3, and 4. They could go up to 6. Oh, bother. And these don't have to be 6, 8 pairs. It doesn't have to be an equal sum line. It could be like this yellow line where they're both in the same colour. Right, and indeed like the 2, 3, 4 lines, which are always in the same colour. But I can cling to the fact that A is not orange. What is A? I don't think it can be purple, because it would have to join up. It can't join up through this wall, so it would have to join up around here, around the top of orange, and it would shut in orange. Like, even if that, well, I mean, that is nearly 9 cells anyway, but it would close in orange. Orange could never expand to fulfill its full potential of 9 cells. So this is not purple. Oh, and it's not yellow, because that would shut in blue. Isn't that funny? Like, that is 9 cells if they were all yellow, but that shuts in blue. So these are blue. Now I can do the same here, surely. They're not going to be grey, because that would shut in red, because it would join round here. They've got to be yellow, because anything else would shut in yellow. Wow, okay, this is nuts, but that's true. Okay, so this cell surely has to be yellow. Yeah, because you couldn't join around there. That's too many cells. So that's yellow. This one is blue for the same reason. You can't join blue around there. So that's blue. Okay, well, at least we've got some shapes beginning to form apart from that light grey. What next? This isn't quite ruled out from being 2, 3, and 4 yet, unfortunately. Now these have to be in coloured shapes. Oh no. Oh, green is going to come out one way or the other, isn't it? And then grey is going to come out the other way. Oh, well, this has to be grey as well. Yes, this line is like the yellow line. They've got to be the same colour, because you can't put another one in here. So that's grey. So that's grey. So these are all green. That's grey. Oh, that's on this red line. We need another red cell on the line. So that's there. Red has to escape this way. Grey has to escape this way. Red escapes again. Grey escapes again. How many is grey now? 3, 6, 7. This can't be light grey, so it's dark grey, and I've chosen a bad colour because I've got light grey next to dark grey. This has to finish off dark grey. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll make that dark grey, and I'm going to swap green and dark grey, actually, because I have a feeling, and no more than that at the moment, that this green and that former green are likely to meet somewhere down here. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, not actually overlap, obviously. I think we've finished this green over here now. That is complete. The law of leftovers says that these 2 cells, where do they appear in column 9? They must appear here and here. They can't be in green again. So the 1 matches the 1, and that is in there, 2, 3, or 4. So we're continuing to expand our areas of 2, 3, and 4. This is... Now these are in different regions. Yes, this is 2 or 3, and this is 3 or 4, and this is 6 or 8. That works now. It doesn't work here because these could still all be orange. Oh, red comes out there. Red's now 6 cells. Orange. How many here can it fill? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9. Orange, this is the furthest in it could be kept. I think that means that this cell is purple, because purple now can't come this way to get its 9. It's going to have to come into this region, and its only access to that region is through that cell. And now, green could come along here, but I don't think it can. Well, it can't come past here. Okay, green could come in here to that far, but it's got to leave enough room for orange to complete. So it can't come to there. So that's the maximum green at the top. So we need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 4 green. It's got green has to come down here. Then purple. How far can purple come? To the same place. It could come to there. No, I may have miscounted on orange. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, red's going to take 3 more cells. So say they were red. The most orange can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. That is, in fact, well, no, there could also be yellow or blue in this region. Oh, but there can't be much because orange can't come past there. So the maximum number of purple or green cells up here is 2. I think red and orange, which need 10 more, have to fill this gap at least to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Orange needs 7, red needs 3. That's 10. Wow. So from this cell and to its right, we can't have any purple or green. So there's only one cell here that could be purple or green or orange. Let's mark. Oh, it's hard to see behind the circle, but that's what I've marked it. So purple's going to have to come down here. Green's going to have to come down here. Purple down to here. Green down to here. This is what I meant about meeting grey down here. And now we've got 5 purple, maybe 6. We've got 7 green, maybe 8. Oh, one of these 2, 3, 4s has gone in green, of course, now. Oh, this puzzle. The things it's making you think about, they're so strange. How does Agent come up with this? I don't know. I don't know Agent's name. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. Right, what else can I deduce about the shapes? One more of these has to be orange, at least. Maybe both. How could it be both? It could be both if orange came down here and red took its last 3 here. Don't know. Don't want to be thinking too much about the law of leftovers in hypothetical positions. And these two and this arrow, I haven't really thought about these at all. They have to be the same because, no, they could be different actually if they're in different regions. No, they certainly don't have to be the same. So this doesn't have to be any more than, well, it has to be more than 4 because of that 2, 3, 4 triple. But it could have the same colour on the arrows, on the arrow cells. Now, this isn't green. Oh, can it be grey? I rather think the answer's no, because it's not allowed to be the same colour as this. It can't be blue for a totally different reason. Blue could theoretically reach there, but we've used up 2, 3 and 4 in blue, so that's not blue, or yellow, which has the same problem. So it's got to be, we've got all the colours started. So this is either purple, it's not green, it's not allowed to be the same as that. So it is either purple or grey. So if I can rule out grey, it's definitely purple. The reason I think I can rule out grey is because it would have to join grey without touching this. So although that is 9 cells and that would be fine, what would this be in then? It couldn't even get to purple and green can't extend that far. So this is not grey, this is purple. This one is grey. It can't be blue or yellow. They've used up 2, 3, 4. It can't be purple. It's not allowed to be the same. That is grey. So this cell's going to be grey. We've got 7 grey cells done. This is probably going to have to be purple. Oh, I'll tell you what. Yes, that is a possible purple shape. In theory, that's 9 cells. I'm trying to avoid this being purple to see if it's possible. The only way is if this is the purple shape. But then, where does 7 go in column 1? Actually, yes, 7 could go there. Okay, that doesn't work quite. Nearly does. Ah, now that thing I did earlier with this area and it needed a 1 in it. Is that sort of thing available again? No, I don't think it is. Okay, what about these? This can be any of green, purple or grey. There's no rule about that. How much purple have we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So can they really be purple? My question wasn't good enough. 7. Seven in purple would then be in one of these cells. 7 in column 1 would be here. I don't know. It does look like it works. Obviously, well, I don't know. No, I was going to say obviously this is in a region that is 9 cells by 1, but that may not be true. It might be purple. Okay, come on. What about this arrow? Let's think this one through. Can it really be? This has to be orange, surely. Orange can't loop round. No, that won't work because this would still have to be 3 or 4. Yes, the digits on this arrow, just like this one, are 2, 3, and 3, 4. But, well, they're either 2, 3 or 3, 4, although I don't know the order they're in. They must be from that because they're on different... Oh, maybe I haven't established that still. Could these both be orange? I can never work out if I've figured this out. Yes, they could be orange if these are red. Oh, bother. So it is different from this arrow. Oh, here's a little thought. One of these is a 3. I just worked out this arrow either goes 1, 2, 3 or 1, 3, 4 to maintain the equal sum thing. One of those is 3. They both see that cell. This one on the vertical, that one in the region. So that can't be a 3. That's weird. I don't think it helps anything. Maybe I need to figure out where these other 2, 3s and 4s are. I mean, we've got a lot of them. Let's see if I can find a way to highlight. No, I can't. Okay. Let's highlight the cells that I know to be 2, 3, or 4. So there's one more to go in green in column 9. No more in column 8 or column 7. Ah! Where's red going to get its 2, 3, 4 from? Ah, if for these to both be orange, I worked out red has to finish up here. But red can't get 3 cells from 2, 3, 4 that way because none of these can be one of those. Only that one could. So red does not go up there. And therefore, these two aren't both orange because that would force red to go up there. Therefore, they are from 2, 3, 4, which I wanted to put in a moment ago. Talk myself out of it. But they're different colours. One is orange and one is not. I don't think this... Oh no, this one still can be orange. No, that can't be blue anymore because 2, 3, 4 have gone. If this one was the orange one, this would be shut in. It couldn't be blue. It would have to be a completely new colour. It's impossible. So that is the orange one. So that is 2 or 3. This is 3 or 4 to maintain the equal something. Again, I can now put 6 or 8 finally in this circle. Now, has that done? It means one of these two is a 2 and that one isn't. One in blue. I don't know what colour this is. Oh, it's not, or oh, it's not blue and it's not yellow. It's got to be red. It's not blue or yellow because they've used up their 2, 3, 4 allocation. It's only red that desperately needs more of them. In fact, yes, that point's still quite valid. We can't put 2, 3 or 4 in those cells. So the other 2, 3 or 4 for red is somewhere in this column. I don't know where. But red has another cell in this column. Therefore, these two aren't both red. Therefore, this one is orange. If these two aren't both red, red's last 2 cells, one of them comes from here. It will never get to that cell. And the only other colour that cell can be now because blue's been shut off from this region. I mean, I don't know if it could ever have been there, is orange. Now, these cells, red is 7. The maximum red can occupy is there. These are all orange now, down up to there. 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 2 more orange to go, 2 more red. But that could still be blue or yellow. It doesn't have to be red. If that was orange. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That can still be orange, which is very strange. Right, let's keep persevering and worrying away at this cray-cray puzzle. Ah, that's 2, 3 or 3, 4. So 3 can't be here. What I need to get is some sort of double suddenly. What about this circle that I've never pencil marked or looked at? This can't be 2, 3 or 4. Doesn't really help. Can this be a 4? Yes, I think it can. Bother. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. Pencil marked to the max. Right, this region is 6 cells. It needs 3 more. That is the same as that. Which is in one of these cells in red. That's not. Oh, where is it in orange though? Wow, it's in one of those. That's it. Oh, it's nearly. There might be something going on like that. Oh God, I don't know. Oh. I was trying to rule out this being purple earlier, which would be quite good because oh. No, I can't even rule them out being the same because they could both be purple. That's really annoying. But they might not be. They might be the same digit. They'd be 3 or 4 if they were the same digit, making 6 or 8 there, but I don't know that. Ah, come on. Okay. We've done ones. I need to find something out about 2, 3 or 4. Now maybe it gets interesting. If this is 3, that becomes a 2 in red. So that would be 3. 3 would be there as well. That would be the yellow 3. Ah, this is interesting. The light grey 3 would be there. The row 1 3 would be there. Come on, keep going. Yes, that does it. Where would orange 3 be? There's nowhere for orange 3 to be because we started by presuming that we had a 3 in red and the number on the arrow would be a 2, not a 3, crucially. And there'd be nowhere for orange 3 to go because the white cells remaining are all seeing one of these posited 3s. So if that's, what was it? If this is a 3, it all breaks because we get a 3 there. I'm just going to rehearse this again. The yellow 3 is there. The grey 3 is there. That's a 3. Not that that matters. But orange can't get a 3 already at this point. Wow. Okay, so that's not a 3. Okay, I mean, if that's on the path, goodness help us. I'm putting a 4 in there. So this is a 3. I mean, if that doesn't help, yes, they're both seeing this cell. That's a 2. This is now a 3 because it sees 2 and 4. This is a 4. Okay. Now we are cooking with something. It's probably not fully gas yet. We're still going to have to place a red. Oh, the red 3 could be here, couldn't it? Bother. 3. What else have we got? I haven't fixed these other things. This only spread so far. It's like a contagion that suddenly got stopped in its tracks. Oh, this can't be 3. Ah, that's quite interesting. Now these can't be 3. They all have to replicate. They're kind of weird replicants down here. So that is now 4 or 8. Oh, that's interesting. Either that is 2 and that is 4, or that is 4 and that is 8. In either case, there's a 4 in one of those two cells, and that one isn't 4. That has to be the same as this one, which isn't 4. And now we get 4 in this column. It's there. That's in green, so this becomes 3. And now we're cooking again. Hasn't sorted out. This can't be 3. This can't be 4. That's a 2-3 pair now. So this is a 4. This can't be 4, meaning that can't be 5. I'm happy to eliminate those one by one because, my goodness, I can get very little else done quickly in this. 2 is looking at that cell now. 3, 2, 3 there. That didn't resolve these. Oh, that's now a 3 from the 2 at the top. That's a 2. I've got rid of all my letters. Good. In fact, I've cleaned up a hell of a lot of pencil marks. 3, 2, 1 on the arrow adds up to 6. 4, 3, 1 on that arrow adds up to 8. That tidies up even more of them to no gain. Hang on. This can't be a 6 now, so that's not a 7. Oh, so this is 6 or 8. If it's 6, it's blue. And if it's 8, it's yellow. Oh no, I suppose it could be grey. Bother. Right, it is time to look at some numbers. Where is the red 3? Can't be here now. Can't be anywhere here. This must be the red 3. That's the only place it can be. That is helpful, I think. One of these is red now, and the other is orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Don't know which is which. And I know for the colourblind that's bad marking, but what I've done is mark those as red and orange party coloured. So 5, 6, 7. One of those is orange. 8. That's the last orange. 9. That's not orange. It's green or purple. 7 is the last orange colour, the last orange cell in one of those places. Red needs 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's not helpful. I need to figure out this stuff down here. Why is this not done yet? I mean, I still haven't even ruled out this stuff as... Okay, let's highlight the 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, 7. So I've got 2 3s left to place in these areas. So it's an X-wing. Oh, they're in 2 colours. Okay, which colours have not got 3s in? Dark grey and purple. That's the 2 colours that need 3s. So one of these, it's either dark grey there and purple there, which looks very plausible, or it's those 2 and they're different colours. I don't know. Blast. Okay, that was 3s. What about, we've done 1s obviously. Let's have a look at 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 4 in one of these 2 cells in this column. And, oh, there's a 4 in orange. Oh, no, hang on. That wasn't right, that marking, because it could be there. One of those 2 in row 2 is a 4, so it doesn't have to be in those cells in column 5. Bother. I mean, they could all be 4s. Could they all be 2s still? No, there's a 2 looking at that cell. Honestly, that, I hope, is the worst slowness I've achieved so far. They're all 4s. That's an 8. Right, 4s now. I've only got 1 left. There it is. And we're done with 4s and 3s and 1s. Let's try 2s. How can we only have that number of 2s marked so far? That's madness. the yellow 2. The yellow 2 is going to be in this row, not here. Oh no, the yellow 2 is already there. Forget that. That was absolute bobbins. The orange 2 is in one of those 2 cells. We need 2s in both of our greens, and purple, 2, 3, 4, 5, and grey. And that's about all. It's enough, isn't it? Okay, come on, keep thinking. Oh, this thing. Ah, right. These numbers can't be the same anymore because they'd have to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. And they see, in this case, 1 and 2, and in this case, 3 and 4. So they're not the same. Therefore, they're in the same region. That region can only be purple. Grey can't stretch to there. Green can't stretch to there. Blue and yellow can't pick them both up. Hang on. Blue could. But they'd have to be small numbers. One of them would have to be a small number. That's not happening. They're both purple. Done. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got one more purple cell to put in. If that's purple, that's a 7. Ah, if that's green, I can now ask the question, where would 7 go in column 1? It couldn't go here because that would also be green. In fact, this is green. Where can that be green? And the answer is no, because it couldn't go anywhere in column 1. So it's purple. Purple's finished now. Green finishes down in the corner. It's a straight one. This has to be grey because purple's finished. That can't be 8 anymore, and that can't be 7. Feel like I'm getting close now. The law of leftovers says that this cell is the same as this. Now, what can this be? Remember, numbers have been ruled out here. 1, 2, and 4 have been ruled out. So this is 3, 5, or 6. Or, yes, it can't be 7. That's fine. This one is probably 2. But could be 5, can't be 7 because we'd get up to 10. If it's a 5, that's a 3 and that's an 8. If it's a 2, then 3, 5, or 6, 8. Oh. Now, purple needs another number and it's an 8 in one of those 2 cells. It's only got one more cell to fill. Sorry, grey. I may have said purple. I was talking about this grey. My brain does that to me sometimes. It's got one more cell needed. It's got to be in one of those 2 because that's all it can reach. Now, everything else here, this region that we've got left to colour is 4 blue, 3 yellow, and 1 grey. Yeah, that's right. That does add up. Now, this can't be yellow because this... It would have to join on at the nearest point to make 9, and then blue would be cut off without getting 9. So that is not yellow, it's not grey, it's blue. This must be blue accordingly. Must be, mustn't it? Yeah, of course. You can't just join yellow. Yeah, that's blue. So now blue's got 7. We need 2 more blue, 3 more yellow, and 1 grey down here. But yellow could take those 2 and blue could take, well, blue could take those 2. Oh, good grief. Come on, keep going. These are all purple. Is that of any significance? No, I don't think it is. Well, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9. These are from 5, 6, 7, and 8. That one can't be 8. Finally pencil marking everything. It's my only way out of total stagnation sometimes. I've just forgotten some arrow somewhere. I bet I have. This one. I can't see how I know what that is. Oh, these 3s. There's one in purple and one in grey. Blue and yellow don't need a 3. That is not a 3. Yes, it's an X-wing that I forgot. Those are both 3s, and that's not. Right, now this arrow, 3 and that is either giving 5 or 8 here, and still that's not decided. But these are from, that's 5, 6 or 7, can't be 8. That is 5, 6, 7 or 8. Oh, come on, come on. 3 and 5. 5, 4. This, oh, I wish I knew whether it was 6 or 8. Then I'd know what colour it was. There's a grey 8 here. Okay, let's have a look at 2s. Oh, still haven't got many 2s in. There's a 2 in one of those cells. There's a 2 somewhere in column 2. We've done purple and yellow though for 2s. So we've done blue, yellow, red, light grey. Those are in some ways the regions we have least interest in so far. So no, I don't know. This can't be 8. Let's check that off just in case. The 7 here is orange, so red 7 can't be here. So one of these is a 7. Ooh, that nearly impacts on that cell. If I could stop that being a 7. I don't think I can. 9 in this column, can't be in those cells, so it's top or bottom. Oh, these are hard at this point in the puzzle, and I mean I'm fried at this point as well. 3, 2, 8, 4, 1. Where is blue 9? We've only got 2 blue cells to add, so blue 9 can't be there because of that 9. It's either here, which seems likely. I suppose it could be here. One of those is a 9. So that blue can have a 9. Maybe 9s are a more interesting digit than I've been allowing. And I just haven't got many of them. Yellow 9. Oh. Yellow 9 has to be in this region definitely. And it can't be in those cells. So yellow 9 is in one of those 2, and blue 9 is in one of those 2. So yeah, 2 9s have to go into those cells, and therefore they must be there and there, and we know which colour they are, and that's not a 9. So this one is yellow, and it's not the 8 that's peeping out from the bottom row for grey, that's there. Oh, come on now. Still not done. 1, 2, 3. Now I've equaled up. I've got 2 yellow and 2 blue to go. Well, that, yeah, it could be blue. If that was. That's 2, 5 or 6. That's 5, 6 or 7. This can't be 8, obviously. Okay, are there any other numbers that we need in yellow? 1, 4, 2, 9, 6, 3. We need an 8 in yellow. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm doing some pencil marking again, just to while away the time while my brain tries to think of something else. That's 5, 6 or 7 by Sudoku. Now, what are the... Okay, so blue needs 5, 6 and 7, so it could easily be that section. Yellow needs 8, 7 and 5. So if that was a 5, that would make this a 6. Those would be yellow 7 and 8. And if that's a 7, that's an 8. And all this is telling me is that 8 is in one of those 2 cells, which was very obvious anyway. It does mean 8 can't be here, and it can't be here, and it can't be here. So that light grey 8 is in one of those 2. This is not the way to finish the puzzle. That orange 8 is in one of those two. And red 8 is somewhere in this region as well. That, I mean, this is not telling me anything that I didn't know. Oh, what is it? What is it that I need to find? One of those is a 5. Is that any use? One of those is a 5. So these don't have 5 in, because that is the purple 5 dealt with. In fact, these must have 6 and 9 in. 9's in one of those two. 6 is somewhere there. So 6, 3, 4, 8. This is 2 or 5, because it's the same as that. I worked that out ages ago, never wrote it in when I narrowed that down. One of those is a 7, that's not interesting. 2, 5, 9. And I mean, this, has this narrowed down and I haven't spotted it? Not really. Or this going north? No. This is 5, 6, 7 or 8. So there's a 9 in one of those two cells. Yeah, my pencil marks are going all over the place. Sometimes they're in rows, sometimes they're in regions now. That's dangerous. Oh, 2 in this column. There's only one place there. I doubt that that's going to be the move that frees us up, but you never know. 5, 6 or 7 there. 5, 6, 5 or 8 here. 5, 6 or 8 here. 2s. So how are we doing for 2s? We've got them in 5 successive columns. So the 2 in the final column is somewhere there. The 2 in column 1 is in very similar rows. Are we going to get a swordfish? I mean, maybe we're just down to a swordfish by natural selection. Oh no, look, there's a 5, 6, 7 triple there. So we know the 2 in column 3. And that has to be the same as this by the law of leftovers. That's not a 2 and that's not a 2. And now I'm probably left with an X-wing on 2s, yes, in the first and final columns. 5, 6 or 7 here, 5, 7 or 9 here. It's going to come down to a pencil mark-a-thon. 5, 6, 7 or 8, that could be any of the numbers. This can't be an 8, can it? Ah! 8 is confined to one of those two cells. Yes, because 8's in one of those two. And 9, 9, 9. Yes, this is a 5, 6, 7 triple. So that's where 8 goes. I could have worked that out better by working out where 9 goes in the top row, which is here. Anyway, 8 in this column. No, I don't know that. That can't be 8. Red 8 is either here or in one of those two. That's not 9. These haven't been sorted out at all. Oh, come on. I thought that 5, 6, 7 was going to go somewhere for me. That is 5, 7 or 8. And this, of course, I thought I'd finished the colouring ages ago, but I've still got this red-orange thing to finish out. 5, 6, 7 or 8. Oh, none of these can be 9 apparently now. Yes, red and yellow have used their 9. Those two have it in their rows. So this becomes a 9 in the circle. And that puts an 8 over this side. That puts a 6 in this circle. All the arrows are done, especially as I've now noticed I've got 2 and 3 there. 5 there. 8 is here in this region. That's a 5, 7 pair. This can't be 5. Got 6, 7 to finish the row. I'll maybe get back and do the colours in a minute because I think I might be able to finish off the numbers. 5, 7 pair gives me a 6 there. That gives me a 5, 7 pair there. This isn't 5 or 7. In fact, we know... Oh, I said the 7. Oh no, the 7 was the orange sticking in, not the red sticking out. Okay, phew. I don't want to suddenly be wrong now. I mean, I've put a lot of effort into this. 6, 9, 6, 8. Probably not as much effort as Agent put into it. But it is a brilliant puzzle. I mean, it's just very attritionally hard. Well, for me. 2. I still don't know about these 2s. Okay, let's look at the shapes then. 3, 9, 8, 4, 1, 2. We need... Oh, that can't be yellow. Well, that's very helpful. Blue there. This must be blue, so yellow can connect up. We've had a 6 in yellow. That's a 7. Right, and I've still got these colorings to do, but maybe we'll get them done in a moment. This is a 6 to finish the column. What do we need up here? We don't need a 7, so that's 5, that's 6, that's 7. 5 at the bottom, 7 at the bottom. This isn't 7. One of these is a 7 and it's orange, and there it is, and that finally finishes the colouring. We've got a 5-7 pair, so that's an 8 in red, 6 in red. Sorry about the red-orange getting close together. It wasn't intended. This is an 8 to finish the region. That 5-7 pair is not sorted. Never mind. This is a 6. Which makes this one a 9 and 8 here. Oh, 5-7 is sorted by the big yellow 5 sitting there. Okay, this row 7 and 9. This row 2 and 5. I don't know how that works yet. This had better work out. 2 and 6 in this row. Right, let's go down here. That's a 5. That's a 7. That makes this a 6, which makes this a 2, which makes this a 6. We get a 2 here, and I hope we finish off here with a 5. What a puzzle. Just over the hour, 61 minutes 41. That's incredible. I mean, that really is mind-wrenching. That's what the wrench is. You are wrenching our heads, Agent. Now I understand. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much for following with me to the end. I don't know why you did that. You mean you're still here? That was a tough one. Glad I'm done. See you soon. Bye for now.